It is Boy Boom, and I'm doing another radio interview with Spark. So last year I did one, but then I flogged it, and it was like involved within like a weekly vlog. But this time I'm just gonna vlog the interview. I'm gonna record the interview. Of course there's a match on, and of course my sat nav took us right through the city centre. Thanks, sat nav. And that guy over there honked at us, even though we had no right to honk at us. But yeah, I don't know if I'm in the right car park. So I guess I'll have to. I've messaged Kat to see if I am. But this is like an annual event now, isn't it? So I'm very excited. I'm half an hour early, but I knew there was a match on, so I was preparing for traffic. But yeah, let's do it. So, oh, I've got the problem.
Euphigenia Veronica May Trot.
What?
Euphigenia Veronica May Trot.
What?
Euphigenia Veronica May Trot.
Who thought that name? You?
Me.
Well,
it was obviously Stephen.
Explains it.
There is a reason for all three names. Because I'm in the script, I'm just Dame Trot.
Yeah.
So I've given myself a full name.
Of course,
I don't know why, but every time I'm very well aware that it is an actual name, but every time you're saying Euphigenia, I'm just thinking, how do you spell Janaya with a U?
I don't even get a name, I'm just the king.
Well, give yourself a name, be fancy.
Yeah.
What? Roger.
Hello. Yeah. I mean, I've fiddled with them plenty in the last interview. If each of you could take it in turns, telling me what you had for breakfast and or lunch so that I can set your microphone levels, please. Try to do it at the volume you expect you will be speaking.
I had toast. It was toasty.
Wow.
There's not much more you can really say about toast, is there?
Wow.
If you could stay a little bit further back from the mic, you want to be just over a hand width. Stephen, what did you have for breakfast?
I have not had my breakfast yet.
How rude.
I was very late getting up this morning because I was out at the theatre last night at Customs House.
Perfect. And Shannon?
Yes, darling. I had strawberries and banana for breakfast because it's the most important meal of the day, Stephen. And then I had a Savoy salami.
Cool. That works. Nobody shout, otherwise you'll break new speakers.
I liked how Kat looked at me there.
Well, you were the one that shouted while I was trying to check your levels.
Right back here then.
Wrong mouse. What song shall we come out of?
Come out of? Or be being birthed by a song?
Yes.
Keep on moving.
Is it all musical songs?
Yes, it's all musical songs.
Ooh,
I'm afraid.
Dare.
Oh, God, no.
Really?
Nothing from the pantomime.
No, please. It's just
Of
torture.
a pantomime song.
Can
I
I just...
think you should do You'll Be Back from Hamilton.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to do. You spoiled it.
Spoiled it.
You spoiled it. I can't think of any other shows of Kings in. Can you?
The
King and I.
The
Just as soon as I said it. The Lion King. That's when you're...
It's fine, you've got plenty of time to think. We've got two others to do before we get to you.
What was the song I said that Joe says that you should put it in the pantomime? I've forgotten now.
I don't think either one of us were there.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. I am speaking to my conscience.
Are we ready?
Oh, I thought we were thinking of a song. Have we thought of a song?
You've got plenty of time.
I thought you meant the beginning of the song.
Oh no, I'm going to play comedy tonight. From If Anything Happened on the Way to a Forum.
It's about 3 hours long.
It is 3 minutes and 13 seconds. I pity your family if you think that 3 minutes 14
All right,
is long.
Freddie Mercury. They were going to, sorry. They were going to say wife, but
Who?
that doesn't go.
What? What?
Because that's a Freddie Mercury quote.
All right.
I pity your wife if you think that 6 minutes is forever.
This time I thought that
No.
made you speechless.
I just usually receive. And let me get on with
Oh,
it.
Okay, shall we get started then, folks? Stop using the wrong mouse, good God.
this is going to be disastrous. It's a lovely angle here.
Yeah, straight up your nostril.
You might actually see what I've had for breakfast.
Are we quite finished?
So,
Discussing Shannon's nostrils. A funny thing happened on the way for the
Good start.
Try again.
it's a good job I'm not lying.
It's easy for you to say.
Comedy tonight from A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum, here for you on Sparks Theatre Show, where I am joined this afternoon by an amazing bunch of people from a local theatre group called New Horizons Productions. They are, in a very short amount of time, going to be putting on a pantomime, an Easter pantomime, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. So I'm joined by Sean, I'm joined by Stephen, and I'm joined by Shannon. Do you want to introduce yourselves and tell us who you're playing in the pantomime?
Hi there, my name's Sean and I am playing the Prime Minister in this wonderful Easter pantomime.
My name is Stephen, and I'm playing Dame Euphigenia Veronica May Trott.
Hi, I am Shannon, and I am playing the king.
Right, so there's one of those introductions clearly stood out. I don't know if you noticed that. Stephen, what on earth is going on with your character name?
Well, I think we ought to have a competition about this, because there's a very specific reason why I have decided to call myself Dame Euphigenia Veronica May Trott. And I wondered if any of your listeners, not readers, any of your listeners would like to phone in, perhaps, to win 2 tickets for any night, any performance of Jack and the Beanstalk.
Oh, absolutely. We'll pop that on social media for you. See, why do you think Dame Trott is called, let's try and see if I can remember it, Dame Euphigenia Veronica May Trott? Get your answers in, at Spark Sunderland, across social media. You can win 2 tickets to New Horizons pantomime. Absolutely amazing, even before we've got anything started. Great, so now I've got to find my next question. Goodness me, you've put me off completely, Stephen, my dear. So, let's have a think. Well, it's not long until the show. How are you guys feeling for this show? Are you ready?
I think we're all as ready as we can be. We've got 2-3 weeks at a push. So now it's just getting everything down for as much as we can. We've just got to finalise everything.
So it's the pantomime Jack and the Beanstalk that you're doing. I know last year I spoke to you, Shannon, about you did Cinderella last year, which was absolutely amazing. How do you guys feel about Jack and the Beanstalk? Is it a show that you love? Why have you come to do Jack and the Beanstalk this year?
Jack and the Beanstalk's a traditional pantomime. It forms one of the Trinity, doesn't it? There's Sleeping Beauty, Jack and the Beanstalk, and Cinderella. So Jack and the Beanstalk is a lovely story about rags to riches, I would say, and it's great fun.
Absolutely. So we've got the Prime Minister, the Dame, and the King. Do you guys interact during your show, or are you just like entirely separate characters? I want to know.
Oh, we get a bit of a snug on at one point, don't we, Sean?
That we do.
I mean, my character ends up marrying the Dame. Spoiler alert! But you would think it was these two that got married the way they go on.
Whatever do you mean?
Off stage
I mean,
and on stage.
I can just feel the chemistry in the room.
Can you
my dears.
feel the love tonight?
Oh, we've got dear Stephen blushing.
Doesn't take much.
So obviously in your rehearsal process, you've had a lot of things to do. What has been each of you guys' favourite scene or song to rehearse?
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh.
I think for me, my favourite scene is probably the one between the King and the Prime Minister. I'm saying scene because the song just before it is something else, should we say.
I think we're going to be plotting that tomorrow, aren't we? And really
Yes.
having some fun with it,
I mean,
seeing how we can develop it a little bit more
I'm a little bit
into a more
nervous.
comedy scene.
yes. I think my favourite scene is probably the in the where are we? Are we in a forest? Or we're just scared? We're in some kind of scary place. But all three of us are in, as well as Lucy, who's playing Dozy Den, and every panto has it, don't they? They have the scary forest scene. But yeah, it's quite good, and it's got a little bit of tunage, a little bit of rhymage in there.
And for all of you audio viewers, Shannon was just crumping her way across there.
That's Martin.
In response to where we are, we're at the top of the Beanstalk, Shannon.
All right.
In the land of the giant.
It's not very scary, though, is it?
It's got a spider.
We don't know what's there, though, in the scene.
You might
the
not.
very
My
end.
lungs do.
How about you, Stephen, my dear Dame? What has your favourite scene been to rehearse?
Oh, probably when I get to kiss Sean.
I just
It's all
knew
very
it.
accidental. It's all very accidental. And he doesn't like it very much, but I do.
I mean, his character might not like it, but it seems from the face that Sean certainly does.
No comment.
Well, I think we've been talking a little bit long enough for the time being. We'll talk a little bit more about the show and your characters and everything in just one moment. But first, we are going to reach into Spark's Stagey selection box. So you guys are each going to get one choice of one song from a musical. And this song, I want it to represent your character in the pantomime. And first, we're going to go along the line. So I'm going to pick on you, Sean, first. What song represents your Prime Minister?
I don't know whether or not you'll be allowed to play it, but there's only one song I can think of, and it's meant to be yours from Heather's.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure that absolutely, we've got that one here for you. So here it is. It's Heather's, which is actually not too long coming to the Sunderland Empire. So I hope you're
I'm
going
going
to
to
see
say
it.
I
Of
am.
course.
Absolutely, we'll have more news about that as well in the coming weeks. But here it is for you right now, Sean. It is meant to be yours from Heather's the musical. Nice choice. I think we have it on the system. Which version of that I'm going to play, actually. What do we think? Off Broadway or
West
West
End.
Yeah,
I don't think there's any swear in it.
I don't think so.
Right towards the end. Veronica, open the door, please. I'm going to count to 3, 1.
Yeah.
God, no.
There's a wonderful
Yeah.
thing, Shannon, called editing.
I know. But now I've got to do it. And it's just.
Jane and Moscato.
Yeah.
I need to.
I mean, what a silly question.
Just put a quack over
What
it.
should I play?
I'm gonna quote you
Dreaming
three.
Moscato.
It's like the Fuzzy Duck song, where one of the options that she genuinely edited was, "Does he quack?" He does. Or like with the goofy sounds and things. It's great.
I don't know what you're going on about.
Oh, there's a song.
Really? Have you not
It
heard
goes
it?
around TikTok.
Yeah.
You're clearly on too pure a side of TikTok, Shannon. The song Fuzzy Duck, Ducky Fuzz.
Oh!
And she's had to make a radio edit of that, so she was taking audience suggestions of what she should play.
Well,
It's
there you
never
are.
a good idea.
And now I've got to edit all of that out. But yeah.
Moscato, there we go.
Oh, what a babe, man. What a babe. The face said, do you want to marry us? I would.
When it comes to the answer to the question, by the way, Mrs. Doubtfire is not sufficient. They have to work out the Veronica May bit as well.
Yeah, 'cause I'd worked out that it was Euphigenia is Mrs. Doubtfire.
Is that a name?
Euphigenia?
Of course
Euphigenia
it is.
Doubtfire.
I mean,
I didn't know.
Go, yo, make a wicked cup of cocoa.
I just.
Can you hip hop? Dance till you drop.
I don't know the full speech. I can hip hop, bip bop, dance till I drop, go, yo, make a wicked cup of something along the lines of that. I give up.
Robin Williams is one of my all-time favourite actors.
He's so talented.
It was.
He still will be.
He still is.
He's
just
still
not on Earth.
talented. Just on another world.
On how you playing?
Certainly was for the phone.
Alright.
T-ball.
Oh.
Right. Good. Swallow balls. Right.
Hey, children surely know.
Jamie Moscato and the original West End cast recording of Meant to Be Yours here for you on Sparks Theatre Show, where we are joined this afternoon by some of the members of New Horizons Productions because they are talking all about their amazing upcoming production of Jack and the Beanstalk. So of course we asked you all how you're feeling about it, what your favourite scenes are, but what we haven't done yet. You know, we've been talking for a good nearly 7 minutes, had a song played, but we haven't told anyone, for anyone who somehow has managed to miss it, what is the plot of Jack and the Beanstalk? What are they going to come and see?
A beanstalk.
Giant.
There's a lad called Jack, and he's got a beanstalk.
He's got a beanstalk.
He he gets some magic beans, like, and his mother throws them out the window, like, and then he sprouts a beanstalk, and then there's a giant in the sky, like.
He sprouts a beanstalk. Is that a euphemism?
Well, that's how the beanstalks sprout, don't they?
Can I just say on behalf of the entire cast, we do not condone Shannon's actions.
Off with your head,
This
you
is
know.
already the most chaotic interview I've ever done.
Of course it is,
You
Amia.
got us three.
Go on, Stephen. Say the plot. I think I've summed it up perfectly. Like,
Well, I'm the matriarch of the story. I have 2 sons, my very own Jack, and my adopted son Dozy Den, who's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Bless his little heart. And we're very poor. We're poorer than that. Just about that poor.
I apologise for all listeners that probably peaked to heck.
And the king and his very nasty prime minister are demanding rent from me, which I just cannot afford. So we have to sell the only asset that we've got, which is our cow.
moo.
With sound effects.
That's oddly good, that wasn't it?
Jack is he's tricked into selling the cow for a small bag of beans, and his mother is not very happy about it at all. And as Shannon so succinctly put, chucked them out the window. The following day, there is a wonderful beanstalk has grown from the ground, and Jack goes to seek his fortune in the land of the giants up in the sky.
You may as well not come see the pantomime because you just told them everything that happened.
Well, I hope, you know,
Oh, yeah,
being
that's
a panto, that very implicit part of British culture, it will have a lot more comedy than that. Although that was beautifully comedic.
It was.
Beautifully done, my dear.
Thank you so much.
Okay. I'm going to pause now because I can't remember what my next question was.
You were meant to be mine.
I am all that you need.
Oh no, you're not.
There we go. Stop singing. Shut up. So now, as I've said, we've been talking for now quite a nice little while, you know, around about 10 minutes, as well as, of course, the wonderful song. And we haven't actually told anyone when the show is, where it is, or where you can get tickets. So where can they do all of that?
Well, we need to ask our spokesman, Prime Minister, and many other parts about that. So go ahead.
The
Sean.
royal claim. What's that?
Make way for a royal proclamation.
That's the one.
The show is on from the 27th to the 30th of April 2023, from Thursday to Sunday. We have 5 different shows, and you can get your tickets from ticketsource.co.uk/New Horizons Productions. Adult tickets are £12, child tickets are £10. Please come along and see. Just all 3 of you just sat there staring at me.
Because it sounded as if you were
Just
going to
stop
say
dead.
something else. Please come and see.
Yes, come and see me have to make an absolute melon of myself.
That's all
Well,
of
I
it,
mean,
really.
it's pantomime, isn't it, my dear? And following on from that beautiful proclamation from our dear Prime Minister, I think it's time to reach back into the stagey selection box. So I think it's time to pick on you, Stephen. What song from any musical do you think reflects Dame Trot?
Oh, I think you really have to make me a woman cat from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Beautifully done.
You've got a lovely speaking voice, Stephen.
I do my own radio show, you know.
You can't
It's almost
tell.
like he knows how these things work.
It's paying off. The people listening to the show would be like, oh goodness, who's she speaking? And then, oh look, it's Stephen. And oh god, she's speaking again.
My pronouns are they, them, Shannon. Right. One more question. I think I've asked everything I usually ask. Is there anything you guys want me to ask you? Anything you guys want to talk about?
We ought to talk about the relaxed performance on the Saturday matinee.
Yes. Yes.
J. Harrison G, Brad Oscar, Rob McClure, and the Mrs. Doubtfire original Broadway cast with Make Me a Woman here for you on Sparks Theatre Show, where we are joined this afternoon for the last time, for now at least, by some of the cast members of New Horizons Productions' performance of Jack and the Beanstalk at the end of April there. So, we've talked a lot about, this show, about you guys in the show, but what I want to know from you guys is, what got you into theatre? Now, obviously, you've come to New Horizons at some point, but what have your experiences in theatre been like? What was your first show or your favourite show that you've been in?
Ooh, first show performance thing I ever did, it was primary school, and it's the whole, you do that just before you leave. And it was a performance of Cinderella. But my favourite performance I've ever been a part of would probably be when I did a staged version of The Greatest Showman playing Philip Carlyle, and they had to take out me singing Ring at the Stars because I turned to Kermit apparently when I sing it.
You need to work on ending in your sentences, like.
I was hoping someone was going to carry on.
The Greatest Showman.
Yeah.
That famous story about a frog.
Just sing it all as good with the frog.
Do you have any better stories that aren't about frogs?
Well, my favourite musical of all time is Gypsy, which tells the tale of Gypsy Rose Lee, the stripper. In fact, my dog is named after Gypsy, the musical, and that was the first time I was on stage. I played Clarence the clarinetist as a 7-year-old boy.
Oh, well there you are. What got us in the theatre? I think I've always been like, I came out a diva basically. But I think it was my grandparents were inspired us to do musicals, like the classics, like Calamity Jane and Seven Brides or Seven Brothers were always on the telly. Elvis was singing in the westerns. And then my mum caught on that I used to like musicals, so she got us a lot of on the videotapes, so I was just like, oh, I want to be like that one day. So my first show I ever did was Christmas Carol, and I was 21 years old. I was ensemble. There we are.
I think my first proper show was Meet Me in St. Louis. I was talking about this with someone earlier. I absolutely love Meet Me in St. Louis. Like, if you've ever seen the film, it's got Judy Garland in, so her character kind of becomes the main character, and it's kind of a bit of the Judy Garland show. But I promise, the musical isn't like that. It's really good. Watch it if you ever get a chance. So, following on from all of that, our favourite shows. One thing that I've heard you guys are doing, obviously you're doing 5 shows, but one of them is quite a special show, and I think it's something that a lot more shows should do because it helps get a lot of people their first theatre experience. So do you want to tell me a little bit about that?
Oh, me? then. So yes, on the Saturday on the matinee we are doing a relaxed performance, which is more catered for people that might struggle going into like public settings as well. So there'll be less, what do you call it, pyrotechnics? Pyrotechnics?
I think you're looking for pyrotechnics.
That's the one! And there'll be like areas for people if they feel as if they're being a little bit overwhelmed, and yeah, it's just to make people's experience at the theatre more enjoyable and more so they kind of, it's a safe place basically.
Sorry, it sounded like someone was going to talk. So, following on from that, of course, the main thing that we want is for people, obviously, to come and see Jack and the Beanstalk. So I'm going to give you all one sentence-ish to tell me why people should come and see Jack and the Beanstalk.
That's Stephen's face.
Always.
I mean, you should come along and watch it because there's a wonderful romantic storyline in there as well.
Really?
It's not about us. But there's also the storyline of a happy ending, which is always nice to see.
I think that getting to see me try to milk a cow is quite an experience.
Especially when it's due.
It's not. And I'm so glad it isn't.
It's certainly an experience, though.
Is it my turn now?
It is.
Yeah, thanks, sorry. Why should people come and see the show? I mean, who doesn't love a pantomime at the end of the day? It's always like feel good, full of loads of songs, cracking one-liner jokes, and I feel as if you're feeling a little bit down in the dumps, you come see the panto and you feel as if you're happy and joyful again. And of course, I'm in it, so why wouldn't you want to come see it?
I think that was the biggest misuse of my phrase, one sentence-ish.
But none of these two never did the one sentence, did they? So
Well,
Come and see me milk a cow, full stop.
well, with that beaming endorsement, don't forget, go and check out Jack and the Beanstalk. You can check out their poster on social media if you can't remember what we've just said. But it's the 27th to the 30th of April, Thursday to Saturday. West Community Centre, Sunderland. You can get your tickets at ticketsource.co.uk/New Horizons Productions. £12 or £10 for under 16s. It's going to be absolutely amazing, and it is time for our final pick from Sparks' Stagey Selection Box. Shannon, you are what remains. What song reflects the king, do you
I think it's Thursday to Sunday, isn't it? Isn't it? Thursday to Sunday.
Yeah, Thursday to Sunday, apologies.
Kat, how could you? You know.
Retake. Magic of editing.
Thank you, Kat. The song that I would wish to play is You'll Be Back from Hamilton, please, darling.
Absolutely. I think that, what other song could you pick for a king in anything? Here it is. It's You'll Be Back from Hamilton, here for you on Sparks Theatre Show. There we go.
Back in my car. That's a lovely little interview. I got lost. So I'd parked in the car park on the opposite side, but then Kat says it was free on a weekend. And apparently it is. So I saw the sign, think, oh, you've got to pay. And Kat was like, no, not on a weekend. And I was like, oh, now you tell us. Now you tell us. So I was just like, drove round. I took a wrong turn because it's all in Sunderland. Pretty much everything's like one way. And so it took us all the way back round. So I got there just in time. But I was just like, I got here half an hour early. How is it took us half an hour to get this place? So then when I walked down to where the actual studio is, the car park I was parked in, which was actually free on a weekend, was just there. It's like, so I could have parked them there. And Kat was like, I did try to explain this to you, and I was, oh, for goodness sake. So then Kat says, what way did you come? So I walked down that path, and Kat took us down that path, and I had to walk through the car park and up the stairs. I saw Stephen, and I was just like, oh, so you could have come this way. And then when I got to the car park way and parked, I saw Sean, and then I was like, oh, so you could have come that way. What a palaver. It was funny. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was really nice. It was in, I don't know if I've said this, my brain's gone a bit. But it was in a different studio than the last time I was there. So it was in the main studio the last time I was there. But I think they only use that studio for live radio. But this isn't going to be aired. Kat said it depends if they can edit it within the next hour. It might be uploaded tomorrow, but if not, it'll be uploaded next week. But I suppose you will know when it will be uploaded, because this will be uploaded straight after, so you'll just know. Okay, I'm out of breath now. I had to walk up blooming steps. And it's boiling. It is boiling today. Not that I'm complaining, because I love it. I love it when it's hot. But yeah, that's it. Don't be dumb. Click the fun, be gems, share with your friends, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.